Anouk Show. Be inspired, be empowered. The Anouk Show.
Welcome to the Anouk Show. This is your reminder, your spiritual refill, your yes to yourself moment. I'm your host, Anouk, and I'm here to inspire, encourage, motivate, and empower you to keep going, no matter what life throws your way. Because let's be honest, life is life, and life be lifing. But even in the chaos, there's purpose. Even in the pain, there's power. And even in the waiting, there's worth. So today, take a deep breath. Exhale the stress. Inhale the strength. This is your space to grow, to heal, to laugh, to believe again. Every week, right here on the Anouk Show, we get real about life, love, leadership, and everything in between, because it's all connected. And guess what? You're not alone on this journey. So turn up the volume, grab your coffee, your journal, or just open your heart, because it's time to get inspired. Let's go.
The Anouk Show. Yeah. Anouk Hey, Show. What you say? Anouk Show. Be motivated. Anouk Show. Yeah, yeah. The Anouk Show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. And now for the soul. Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod, thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This is your inspirational moment by Minister Derek Renter.
The Anouk Show. Yeah. Anouk Hey, Show. What you say? Anouk Show. Be motivated. Anouk Show. Yeah, yeah. The Anouk Show. It's inspiration time. Come on and renew your mind. Everybody, it's inspiration time with Anouk.
Well, it's that time again where I, Anouk version 3.0, sit in the hot seat and peel back another layer of my story. This version of me is grounded in growth, shaped by grace, and fueled by peace, and I am saying yes to me. I've learned that protecting my peace isn't selfish, it's sacred. I've learned that boundaries don't push people away. They teach them how to love you properly. And most importantly, I've learned that God's plan is never delayed. It's just developing you in the waiting. So today, let's talk about what it means to stand firm, discern wisely, walk courageously, and trust fully. Because no matter what it looks like, God's got you. Okay, first question. What does protecting your peace mean to you now? Well, it means choosing calm over chaos. I always say that God is not the author of confusion. So even, when you get in these chaotic situations, and chaos can be familiar, it means that sometimes you have to say no without guilt. Sometimes you have to walk away without explaining. And sometimes you have to trust that the silence can be your strongest boundaries. Okay, so Anouk, I can see Anouk version 3.0 that protecting your peace is so very critical. So why are boundaries so important in this season of your life? Very good question. I have been through so very much. And now at this age of 54, I'm 54 years wise. And I've learned that access to me is really a privilege, not an entitlement. Boundaries are not walls. They're gates that protects what's sacred. My energy, my time, my heart, and my assignment. And I also know that time is the only currency we don't know what we have. And time is so precious, we can't get it back. So when you give someone your time, that's something that's so precious. And so you have to make sure that you're putting God first and that you're also setting the proper boundaries, deciding what you do, what you don't do, how you're going to be treated, what respect and disrespect looks like. Okay, so Anouk version 3.0, how do you really practice discernment when everyone has an opinion? Well, last year in July, I prayed to God for discernment, that wisdom that I needed, and then that courage to do what I needed to do in spite of and not to worry about what people would say. So I would say that I try to pause and I pray and I pay attention. Discernment often comes in whispers, not noise. When I feel peace, I move forward. When I feel confusion, I wait. God never hides the truth. He just wants you to slow down long enough to see it. That's what I really do believe. And that's been working with me. I sometimes feel like I used to make decisions too fast. And now I have a commitment to myself to wait about 48 hours before I make an important decision, because I'm trying to slow down. I'm trying to pray. I'm trying to do what I need to do to make sure that it's what God wants me to do. Because if God's not in it, I don't want it, no matter what it is, no matter what it looks like, no matter how much money it is. Okay, so Anouk version 3.0, what does wisdom look like now for you in your day-to-day life? Well, this is a good one because I just feel like, growing up, my little brother used to tell me, or he said one time to me, and I'm going to say it in his exact words, which won't be correct English grammar at all. He says, use a dummy. And what he was saying is that he felt like sometimes I allowed people to take advantage of me, or I was what he called green. And I would say that back then, yeah, I probably was green. There were some things that I didn't know or probably didn't care to see or didn't want to see or believe. And now I would say that wisdom looks like learning from what used to break me, that I'm just trying to face it. I'm no longer needing to prove my worth, but I'm walking in my truth. It's listening more. It's reacting less and allowing time to reveal what truth cannot hide. So I'm not trying to be emotional. I'm trying to just be observant and look and be aware and just know that has been a process for me. But I definitely know that I have some wisdom that I didn't have, before. And sometimes I allowed things I pretended not to see, pretended not to care. And some things I really didn't care. But I do realize that I am human. I have feelings. I care. I matter. And so I am now just trying to be tuned in so that I can, see that wisdom and act from a standpoint of wisdom. Okay, Anouk version 3.0, how do you find courage when life feels so uncertain? Oh, that's a good question. There's so much going on. And as I said, life is life is life is life. And life be lifing, people be peopling. But I just know that God be guiding. as well. And I just remind myself that courage doesn't mean that I'm not afraid, that I am human. It means, though, I might be afraid, but I'm going to move anyway. God doesn't ask for perfection. He asks for obedience. My courage is found in knowing that even if I can't see the outcome, I trust the one who does. And I've been making some very courageous decisions, some things that people might not understand. But I am praying and doing what God is telling me to do. And I know that God is not the author of confusion. So I remove myself from confusion, because I got to make sure at this season in my life that I am being obedient and doing what God is telling me to do. I'm going to do it in a kind, respectful manner and being diligently focused around it all. Well, Anouk version 3.0, how do you stop worrying when it feels like things are falling apart? Worry is something we often, sometimes we can be, the pastor said, sometimes you can be too heavenly where you're not any earthly good. And so sometimes we like to say we don't worry. But yeah, I still do worry. I trust God, but that human nature does kick in where I do worry. But I've learned to try to worship and pray and meditate while I wait. Worry, really doesn't change anything, but faith really changes me. Every time I start to spiral, I speak this over myself. God's track record in my life is flawless. There's a lot of people that have failed me, a lot of situations that I didn't understand. But when I look back, God and I got a history, and that track record is strong. And God's track record in my life, again, like I said, is flawless. And that is a reminder that brings me peace in knowing that it's going to all work out the way that it's supposed to work out, when it's supposed to work out, and all the people that's supposed to be there will be there. And the people that's not, I'm asking God to reveal and remove me. It sounds like a book I just read, the book from Dorian Ford that talks about this. It gets into that. It's so very important, guys. So Anouk version 3.0, what lesson has discernment taught you about people and relationships? That not everyone comes with you is meant to continue with you. Some people are lessons, not lifetimes. And that's okay. God removes what you can't see is blocking your growth. And I thank God for that. And again, if it ain't God, I don't want it. So Anouk version 3.0, I'm going to just ask you one more question. What would you say to someone struggling to let go and trust God? I would say stop trying to play God in your own story. Let God be God. He plays his position well. And just remember, you're not losing control. You're finally surrendering it. Let go. Breathe. Trust that he's already in the next chapter waiting for you to turn the page. God's got you. You can do this. Let's go. Let's say yes to yourself, because you are the co-author of your life. Don't let any distractions lend too much time in your life. So let's go. Let's do this. You can do this. I will do this. Yes, yes, yes. You got this.
The Anouk Show. Yeah. Anouk Hey, Show. What you say? Anouk Show. Be motivated. Anouk Show. Yeah, yeah. The Anouk Show.
Retirement at 52 years young isn't just a dream. It's my reality. And it happened because I had the right person in my corner. His name, Scott V. Scott isn't just a financial advisor. He's a friend, a guide, and someone who genuinely cares. From life insurance to long-term care planning to building a strategy for real financial freedom, Scott V helped me turn vision into victory. And I want that for you. If you're ready to stop hoping and start planning, reach out to Scott V. He listens, he understands, and more importantly, he delivers. Because it's not just about money. It's about living with peace of mind and with purpose. Trust me, with Scott V, you're not just securing your future, you're elevating your now. So I highly recommend Scott V for your life insurance needs, for long-term care planning needs, or overall financial advisement. Scott is the guy, Scott V. You can contact him at 949-278-5267. Again, that's 949-278-5267. Tell him Anouk sent you.
Discover apparel that speaks to your soul at Shop Saved. Dive into the collection of faith-inspired clothing and accessories that effortlessly combine style with a powerful message. Whether you're searching for that perfect faith, hope, and love tee, or the popular Saved Grace designs, each piece is crafted to inspire and uplift. Enjoy hassle-free exchanges, free U.S. ground shipping on all orders, and exceptional customer service, because they believe shopping should be as joyful as the message you wear. And don't miss out on 15% off your first order. Let your wardrobe reflect your faith and resilience. Visit shopsave.com. That's SHOPSAV as in Victor, D as in David.com. And wear the message. Live the truth.
It's inspiration time. Come on and renew your mind. Everybody, it's inspiration time with Anouk.
Boundaries aren't barriers, they're bridges to a healthier version of you. When you learn to value your peace, you'll stop discounting your presence. Your no is a full sentence and a holy act of self-respect. Some people will call your boundaries attitude. That's only because they were used to your access. Every time you honor your limits, you teach others how to love you better. Peace isn't found, it's protected. You can't heal in the same noise that broke you. Protecting your peace means refusing to argue with people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Silence is sometimes the loudest statement of self-control. Peace doesn't beg to be understood, it simply is. Discernment is divine vision. It lets you see truth without needing proof. Wisdom whispers where egos shouts. Sometimes God hides the why, so you'll seek Him instead of answers. Pay attention. Energy never lies, even when words do. A wise woman doesn't chase closure, she chooses clarity. Courage isn't loud. Sometimes it's just showing up when your heart is trembling. Faith is walking through the fire knowing you won't smell like smoke. God never asked for perfection, just participation. Courage begins where comfort ends and trust begins. The moment you stop worrying, you make space for God to work His miracle.
The Anouk Show. Yeah. Anouk Hey, Show. What you say? Anouk Show. Be motivated. Anouk Show. Yeah, yeah. The Anouk Show.
I breathe in strength and determination. I release self-doubt and fear. I embrace the power of possibilities. I let go of limiting beliefs. I invite courage into my heart. I release the weight of uncertainty. I am open to new beginnings. I release anything that no longer serves me. I draw in positivity and light. I let go of negativity and doubt. I welcome change as a path to growth. I release resistance and embrace my journey. I fill my mind with clarity and focus. I let go of confusion and distraction. I'm grounded in my purpose. I release any feelings of being inadequate. I open my heart to love and acceptance. I let go of fear and judgment. I am capable of achieving my dreams. I release procrastination and take action. I breathe in creativity and inspiration. I let go of the pressure to be perfect. I am resilient in the face of challenges. I release frustration and embrace solution. Inhale. Exhale.
It's inspiration time. Come on and renew your mind. Everybody, it's inspiration time with Anouk.
Take a deep breath with me. Inhale, peace. Exhale, pressure. Inhale, courage. Exhale, fear. Inhale, grace. Exhale, guilt. You see, life has a way of keeping us in constant motion. Doing, fixing, helping, proving. But tonight, I want you to pause and just breathe. Because when you inhale, you take in life. And when you exhale, you let go of what no longer serves you. Some of us are holding our breaths emotionally, holding on to people we should have released, situations we should have outgrown, and burdens we were never meant to carry. But peace begins where the pretending ends. And today, we choose peace. Creating boundaries doesn't mean you're being difficult. It means you're finally being disciplined. Protecting your peace doesn't mean you're isolating. It means you are aligning. And trusting God doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop controlling. I've learned that discernment is not just about seeing red flags in others. It's about recognizing when you're ignoring the signs in yourself. Wisdom whispers, you already know. Stop doubting what God already showed you. And courage is not always roaring. Sometimes it's just whispering, I'm still here, even when you feel unseen. So today, wherever you are, sitting in your car, lying in your bed, or watching from your phone, take another deep breath. Inhale peace. Inhale faith, exhale fear. Because no matter what's happening around you, God's got you. He's not late, He's preparing you. He's not punishing you, He's positioning you. And when you finally release what's heavy, you make room for what's holy. As for me, each month, as promised, I'll continue to sit right here in this hot seat. You never know what I might ask myself or what I'll share with you. But one thing I can promise, it'll always come from the heart and it'll always be real. So before we close, I want you to do this with me. Say it out loud, say it with power, say it like you mean it. I say yes to myself. Because when you say yes to everyone else for way too long, now it's your turn. Say yes to your peace. Say yes to your healing. Say yes to your future. And most of all, say yes to you. This is Anouk version 3.0, reminding you to breathe, to trust, and to always say yes to yourself. Well, that brings another episode of the Anouk Show to a wrap. Please join me here again, same place, same time next week. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's keep this going, be inspired, and keep on keeping on.
All right. I pray that you've been inspired.
Protect your peace. Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 3. He will keep you in perfect peace. Keep your mind stayed on Him.
The Anouk Show. Be inspired, be empowered. The Anouk